Call this meeting of the Fremont County Board of Commissioners to order. If you please rise, join us with an invocation from Joe Garkovich from Mercy Today Ministries, followed by the pledge.
Let us pray. Holy One, we thank you for this day, another day in which to serve you. As this dedicated group of public servants gathers to do this important work, I pray that you would bless them with courage and compassion and wisdom to make the best decisions for all the residents of Fremont County. And I would also like to lift up all of our county employees this day and ask you to watch over them and guide them in all of their duties for this day and the days to come. And all these prayers we send to you in Christ's name. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Joe. Roll call, please.
Commissioner McFall.
Present.
Commissioner Bell.
Present.
Commissioner Grantham.
Here.
County Attorney Bellis.
Present.
County Administrator Carochi.
Present.
Planning and Zoning Director Victoria.
Present.
Good morning, all. Move on to approval of the agenda. I don't know of any changes we need to make.
I am also unaware of any changes we need to make to today's agenda. So, Mr. Chair, I move to present or to accept today's agenda as presented. Yes. Got it.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We move to the consent agenda. We'll notice that there are two resolutions on here. Number 3, resolution establishing fees associated with Fremont County body art regulations is resolution number 20. And number 4, resolution establishing retail establishment fees for special events in Fremont County is resolution number 21. And we are not scheduling any public hearings today.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda, including Resolution 20 and Resolution 21.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We move on to administrative and informational reports. We'll start off this morning with County Clerk's monthly report. Clerk Justin Grantham.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The total motor vehicle fees, sales tax, and recording fees collected for April of this year are $1,545,451.52. Of that, Fremont County's portion for disbursement is $813,220.53. That's 53% of the total fees and is $116,922.99 more than last April. Year to date, our office is up $201,875.29.
Wow.
It's looking very favorable this year.
Looking better.
It does look good.
A lot of people buying new vehicles.
Yes.
One thing that I have heard that could be a rumor, I'm not sure if you can substantiate or not, is that there actually are more new vehicles available now than there have been for the last year or two. And so people are turning to purchasing new vehicles again rather than purchasing used.
Yes, between that and the prices for used vehicles have also gone down. I believe the companies overseas that make the computer chips have finally started catching up, which is why you see a whole lot more new vehicles available to be bought. So, yeah.
Good news for everyone who wants one of those.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Any further comments? Nope. Motion, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move to accept the County Clerk's monthly report for the month of April 2024.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the County Clerk's monthly report. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We move on to the County Administrator's report. Mr. Tony Croce.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
So we'll start with the job opportunities that we have posted for the county. In our facilities/maintenance department, we have a custodian position that closes on May 14th. Sheriff's Department, we have detention deputy positions that are posted until July 1st. And then we have one position for deputy patrol officer. Department of Human Services, we have 3 openings. We have an intake caseworker that closes on June 27th. We have a resource family specialist that closes on July 11th, and a child support specialist that closes on May the 20th. And finally, in our Department of Transportation, we have an operator position that closes on June the 3rd. For more information about employment opportunities with Fremont County, please go to our county website at fremontcountyco.gov, or you can call our HR department at 719-276-7409. Just a reminder that we will be hosting an electronic recycling event with 3R Technologies on May 25th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It will be held at the Department of Human Services parking lot on Justice Center Road. You can contact us at 719-276-7409 for any questions that you may have. Our Grandview Bridge project, just an update. Pre-construction preparations continue to take place, and our county engineer, Jay Bunderson, has been heavily involved. The contractor has submitted a baseline schedule that includes mobilization, detour setup, initial construction surveys, initial erosion control, and migratory bird survey that will be completed this week. The detour setup, the method of handling traffic plan is under review and revision and should be approved by May the 15th. After the method of handling traffic plan is approved, warning signs and barricades will be installed and the road and bridge will be closed, and that is anticipated to be Thursday, May 16th, I believe. The contractor has also submitted a bridge demolition plan and has prepared other plans for approval, such as the stormwater management plan and creek diversion plan. Let's see what's next. We posted yesterday a request for proposal for private security. The Fremont County Board of County Commissioners is accepting sealed proposals from an experienced contractor with outstanding credentials to provide comprehensive security services for the Fremont County Administrative Building, Garden Park Building, and the Department of Human Services Building. The selected firm will be responsible for ensuring the safety and security of county employees, visitors, and property at all times. Copies of the request for proposals and related documents for the services solicited are available through our Fremont County bid request portal in the Other Resources tab of the Fremont County website. So you go to fremontcountyco.gov, click on Other Resources, and you will see underneath there the bid proposal portal. If you have any questions regarding this request for proposal, please direct them to myself at tony.carochi@fremontco.com, or my phone number is 719-276-7351. Proposals must be received no later than 2 p.m. on June the 13th, 2024. And finally, the Colorado Department of Human Services Community Partnerships and Performance Management Teams recently recognized our Fremont County Department of Human Services as a 2023 Distinguished Performer. Distinguished performers are counties that meet 75% or more of the monthly CSTAT goals. CSTAT is a performance-based strategy that allows every program within the Colorado Department of Human Services to better focus on and improve performance outcomes. CSTAT awards are selected based on consistent, significant improvement in performance demonstrated by the Colorado County within the Colorado Department of Human Services. The staff at DHS has worked incredibly hard this past year to meet the needs of our clients, and it is quite an honor and a lot of hard work to meet these goals. We are all very proud of the great work that they do at DHS. And that's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, sir. Any questions for Tony?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, I'll open it up to anyone else here that might have something to discuss. Commissioners?
I might.
Commissioner Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last week, Commissioner Grantham actually held down the fort for us while Commissioner McFall and I attended the 2024 Western Interstate Region Conference that was held in Mariposa County, California. So WIR, as it's known, WIR, is actually an affiliate of the National Association of Counties that we talk about quite often here, and the good work that they do in representing counties at a national level. So the interests of WIR include public lands issues, community stability, economic development, and the promotion of the traditional Western way of life. We were able to attend a lot of different sessions that had to do with everything from economic stability, sustainable tourism, intergovernment coordination in disaster response and recovery, innovative forest health projects, transportation technologies, housing affordability, broadband access, drought, and more. And while we were there, our chairman, Commissioner McFall, was actually elected as the second vice president of WIR, the Western Interstate Region. What this means is it's an automatic jump next year to first vice president, and the year after that he will be president. So he will be serving not only Fremont County but all of Colorado in speaking with a unified voice with all of WIR to advance our way of life on a national level. So I just want to let him know we're very proud of him for accomplishing this, and we expect great things from you, Mr. Chair.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. That's it.
That's it from me.
Okay, Commissioner Grant.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll keep it brief this morning compared to other times when I begin talking, because the good news is the legislature adjourned Sine Die last Wednesday, and so we're not as in much danger as we were exactly 6 days ago. So thankful for that. We will keep you up to date throughout the off session in the summer and the fall as far as some of the implications of this last session on counties, on you, the citizens, and good or bad, mostly bad. And we will, if you want to hear an update from our local state senator and state representative, they did have a legislative hour here this last Saturday, right here in this room. It was recorded and it will be on our YouTube channel probably within the next couple days or so. And so if you want to listen to their legislative wrap-up, please take a listen to that. Other than that, that's it, sir.
Thank you. I'll just touch real quick on, thank you for the acknowledgement of the WIR. I just kind of want to talk about the importance of WIR and what that means for Fremont County. Fremont County has almost 50% public land in it. The state of Colorado has around 50% of public land in it. And if you've been up in our forests, you'll notice they're not in the best health at all and haven't been for years. So WIR, along with public lands, I'm also on the Colorado Counties Incorporated Public Lands. I'm chairman of that subcommittee, and on NACO's public lands as well as WIR. They work hand in hand together, meeting with BLM, Forest Service, anyone else that has anything to do with forests, and trying to enhance our forest health. The growth in those forests is unruly right now, actually. And that's why I consistently talk about the fire danger, Clerk Grantham. These fires are getting hot because of the fuels that are in the forest, and it's either fuel that's been burned from another fire or fuel that is too crowded in there, the undergrowth, fuel that has fallen on the ground from beetle kill or still standing from beetle kill. Those are really tender boxes whenever a fire starts. So some of those folks want to claim climate change. Of course, the climate changes all the time, but the reason those fires are so hot is because of the fuel in those forests. And if we can have a voice to get Congress to go certain ways, and they're starting to move a little bit because they've realized that the forests aren't in good shape, and they've started trying to tend to the forest, but we're so many years behind, it's going to take a lot of years to help get those in better shape. That includes logging. We're not talking about clear-cutting forests, but a healthy forest, especially in our neck of the woods, has about 100 to 200 trees in it. Ours have 600 to 800 trees per acre. That's per acre. So they're really overgrown, and that's part of the problem, and that's a problem in all the West. WIR encompasses the 15 western states, and we all have the same problem in the forests. They're just different forests, different trees. But anyway, it's pretty important, so I feel that our voice, we can just carry our voice up there to Washington, D.C., and hopefully make things better on behalf of Fremont County and Colorado and the western states. I just want to mention, too, we're getting closer and closer. Time flies. It's almost the 100th year fair. That annual fair is July 26th through August 3rd, and it will be a Pathfinder Park, and it is the 100th year, so it's going to be a great fair. It's going to be a lot of activities happening, and hope everybody gets out to enjoy it. And if anybody wants to be involved, get a hold of somebody in the fair board, and we can hook you up if you want to volunteer. We have lots of organizations coming to set up booths and vendors and different things. So Pathfinder Park is in pretty great shape now. We had a lot of flooding problems last year because it always rains during the fair for some reason. If you want it to rain, have a fair. And our road and bridge department did a wonderful job out there with the roads. Mike sitting here, appreciate you guys. Got lots of tons of dirt. You don't realize how big a hole is till you start filling it. But we shouldn't have those problems. So I hope it doesn't rain again during the fair, but if it does, we won't be swimming across the roads and everything. So looking forward to that. Anything else up here? Okay. I will open this up now to Jerry, to citizens who wish to address the commissioners of something not on the agenda. Come on up to the microphone, please, Jerry. That way everybody can hear you. Thank you.
I didn't know you put it down. I just have a question, sir, about your representation on the weir. Am I saying it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Will that also help address the beetle kill problem? Because that is also fueling our fires here. Will you also, or does that organization also address that issue for Colorado and come up with some possible remedies that could help reduce that and also ultimately reduce the number of fires here in Colorado?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the topics that causes the forest to have that much fuel in them, is the beetle kill, and it's happening all over the western United States. So we're always talking about that. Part of that is the environmentalists don't want them to go in there and spray trees. And then we don't have quite as cold of winters as we used to, which killed those bugs also. So there is still a spread, but trying to control it by controlling the forest. If you thin the forest, you won't have near as a problem of it. And it's working in some forests right now. So yeah, it's always a topic of conversation for sure, definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else wish to speak to us this time? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move right into new business. The first order of business is requesting an issuance of a fermented malt beverage special events permit for Castle Rock Professional Firefighters Foundation for an event at Royal Gorge Park East Camp Ridge, County Road 389B in Canyon City on the following dates: May 18th. And this would be from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. 2024. Do we have Caleb here?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Caleb. Tell us a little bit about what you've got going on here.
Well, Zia Rides holds a mountain bike race next, I guess it's this weekend. Oh, we're almost there. So they'll have 250 racers up there. At the end of that race, they have some ways to celebrate at the end of that 12-hour race. Part of that is a beer garden where my foundation is going to be hopefully serving just each racer gets a beer as a celebration at the end of that. So we have some beer donated from one of our local breweries here, and just an opportunity for the racers to get together, hear some music, have some food and a beverage.
Yeah, if you make it through that race, you probably need more
Yeah,
than
you
a beer.
deserve it,
But I don't know if you've ridden bikes on those trails out there, but man, these guys are beasts. So, all right, any questions for Caleb?
I do have a
At this point?
question.
Yes, ma'am.
So it sounds as though you are well acquainted with doing this type of an event.
Yeah,
Could
we've done it several times.
Could you explain to us just a little bit about how you control the alcohol, how you know no one underage is drinking? Have your servers been certified? Have they been trained?
Yeah, so you can see the shaded area there. That's what we use, snow fencing, to just kind of mark off where the beer garden area is. Just the one entry where that arrow is. And then our foundation members will be controlling people as they come in and out. That's where they would get their beverage, and then they can hang out in the fenced-in area. I'm tips trained. There will be a couple of us there. And 250 racers, but they kind of, as they finish up their lap of the race towards the end, it's not really a heavily, you don't get this mad rush of people that show up. It's just kind of one at a time, fairly easy to control. So yeah, we'll use the tips training, and then we use the event bracelets that, you put on people after we ID them, and we just ID everybody.
Okay, thank you so much.
I got a quick, just comment, I guess. In your application, you talk about May 18th, 2024, and then all the verbiage is about your 2023 race.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, your copy and paste.
Okay,
Which was May 10th.
last
May
year,
12th,
yeah, okay. Good to know. Thank you for pointing that out.
But this event is May 18th.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, any other questions at this point? Can I get a staff report, please, Sammy?
Good morning.
Good morning.
The 45-day requirement was met. Health and Sheriff recommend approval. The event was added to this meeting. It was supposed to be a couple meetings ago, but Caleb wanted to be the representative at the meeting, and he wasn't able to make the other ones. So that's why it was moved to this meeting so soon before the event.
Thanks
But
for accommodating
clerk's
that.
office also recommends approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Sammy?
Got a motion if you want one.
I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the request for the issuance of a fermented malt beverage special events permit for the Castle Rock Professional Firefighters Foundation for an event at Royal Gorge Park East Ridge Campground on County Road 389B, Canyon City, on May 18th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. in 2024.
Correct.
I will second that, just with the note of, thank you for wanting to be here and to show up for this, because sometimes it's like pulling teeth. I don't understand why we have folks who want a special permit and then just can't find the time to show up and be here for us to answer questions. So I just wanted to let you know we appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded to approve this license. Any further discussion? I will point out, like I said, my son-in-law rode it a few years ago, and I think it was the first year, and it's a brutal of a bike race.
Yeah.
And those trails are not forgiving at all.
Yeah.
And these guys are tough, man. I've ridden my bike out there, and I could never do this. It's pretty amazing to
Yeah,
watch.
it's a long race.
Kind of hard to watch. It's a long race, but they're animals. So anyway, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thanks.
The next item is requesting issuance of a new liquor license for a malt venison spirituous liquor for hotel and restaurant at 1350 Elm Avenue.
1530 is what the actual address shows on the application.
So it's wrong on the
So
agenda.
we've got a typo
Let me get to
somewhere.
that. It's for Rise and Grind, the coffee bar.
1530.
We have Rebecca Wallace here. Hi, come on up.
Good morning.
What is the address?
1530.
1530. Thank you. Okay, good morning. Will you tell us what you're thinking, what you've got going on?
So we recently opened a little cafe next door to the gym where Michael Dean's used to be. So the facility itself was already there. We went in, did some remodeling, created quite a cute little hangout. In my mind, what we'd like to create is something in the local neighborhood with some fun events, 1 or 2 a month, paint and sip night, some live music on the patio, just something where local people in the neighborhood could go enjoy a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or a trivia night, something fun like that. So with it being a new business and it not previously having a liquor license held, we had to apply for a new one.
Okay, any questions yet?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll ask you the same thing about training, your staff. Have they been trained? How will they be trained? And how will you control the flow of alcohol to those who are of age and keep it away from those who are not?
So obviously, we would be carding. Our current hours, we close at 4, so it wouldn't be something that we would be doing late night events. So if somebody were to come in for lunch and have a salad or a sandwich or wanting a beer, we would card them, obviously. If you look at the facility, it's outlined, we do have a patio that is fully enclosed by a gate. So there would be signs that said no alcohol beyond this premise, so everything would be enclosed. Recently, as the owner, I did the tip certification online. We also have another employee that would be also doing the tip certification. Between the two of us, probably would be one or the other of us there. So there wouldn't be a lot of employees to have to train. It would just be myself and the other one. That's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you for that.
any other questions? Okay, can I get a staff report, please?
Sorry, my voice is not there right now. Yeah, I did want to say that she did provide the proof of certification from the tips. And also, since the staff report was written, she provided the proof of a publication on May 2nd was when the publication was posted. Everybody recommends approval.
So no problems. What, if you have an event like that, how much parking is in front of that?
So
How many cars?
the cafe parking, we've designated, I think, 4 or 5 spots, although the gym that it is attached to has additional parking. There is an apartment complex that is not owned by the owner that I lease from for the cafe. It is separate, but around the back of the building, we've cleared out some additional parking. There's kind of an empty lot as it stands right now, but clearing out some old trees and brush and different things like that will provide also more parking for that as well.
It also mitigates fire danger, just so anybody knows.
What?
Okay.
Points for me, yay.
I do have one notation.
Okay.
I just would like to note that the application that we have is a full and complete application, which we always appreciate, but it also does include the petition that's required from neighbors and folks who live in that area saying that they fully support this. So I just wanted to note that for those who may be unaware that that is a requirement for this event, this particular license as well.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No questions, I have a motion.
I am ready for a motion.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the issuance of a new liquor license for a malt, Venice, and spirituous license for a hotel and restaurant located at 1530 Elm Avenue in Canyon City, Colorado, for Rise and Grind, the coffee bar.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the new liquor license for malt venison and spirituous liquor, hotel and restaurant at 1530 Elm. Rise and Grind Coffee Bar. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye,
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
good luck. I hope
luck.
things
Thank
go
you.
well with you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item of business is a temporary use permit 24-005 for VFW Post 2788 Car Show. The applicant is requesting a temporary use permit to allow Penrose VFW Post 2788 to conduct a one-day car show event from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on May 18th, 2024. The location of the event will be held on Broadway between Elm Street and Illinois Street in Penrose. And we have Ms. Jerry Ripley here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Jerry.
Long time no see.
Tell us about your event, Jerry.
Sir, ma'am, comrades. This is an event that we have scheduled, I don't know if you'll remember, but normally in November, we have a vet for veterans sleep out, and that's what we primarily use to put in our relief fund. Just real quick, we have one specific fund. I regulate it as the quartermaster of the organization. That fund is solely used for veterans, their family, and anybody in the Penrose community that needs financial, medical, subsistence, any kind of assistance. This last year, previous years, we've raised a lot of money with it. This last year, we didn't raise as much. I suspect it's because of the economy, because we were in the same location. We're implementing this event so that we can add to this relief fund and continue assisting our veterans and our families. I don't know if you've seen, we support all the children in the Penrose School every Christmas, have free Thanksgiving. We also do a lot of other individual stuff. I'm not gonna bore you with the details and such. But again, this event, we coordinated with a gentleman, John Hazen. He does the car show also in Florence. He volunteered his time, his knowledge, and guidance to help us organize this for this year. And that's why this is our first time doing it. It's new to us. Very blessed to have Mr. Victoria on the planning staff to help us with this temporary use permit, because again, this is new. But I think it's going to be a great event. We already have 65 plus registered vehicles, and we suspect some car show clubs are going to come in mass and register that morning, which we're prepared to handle.
Very good, thank you for that. Any questions?
Not at this
At this
time.
point? Okay, I'll turn to staff report. Mr. Dan Victoria, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Dan.
Yep, so here we have TUP 24-005 for VFW Post 2788 for a car show on May 7th. The event will be held from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the 18th. Last count I had was 60 cars, so it's growing, so that's good to hear.
Glad to see it.
This event is going to be for a 4-block section on Broadway in between Elm Street and Illinois, and they're requesting to shut down the side streets. This is the first year that they're applying for a temporary use permit for this. The area is primarily business and low-density residential. They're proposing to have a rehydration facility at 402 Broadway. The public health has received the list of vendors that will be there. They will be providing 4 chemical toilets, 2 hand washing stations, 6 95-gallon wheel trash carts, and 1 8-yard dumpster. The toilets are going to be placed on Grant Street, and Twin Enviro is going to be providing the services for the chemical toilets. For an emergency plan, Penrose Fire Station Number 1 will respond to all emergencies. We have received an approved fire protection plan from Penrose Fire. Access to this event will be from the side streets, and the parking will be on the side streets surrounding this area. We have received no public comments. FCDOT requested that any debris or trash be cleared from the area of the road that may happen if somebody litters, and that the applicants are required to notify public and emergency services of the street closure, and that the applicant will need to provide their own barricades and signage. The applicant has provided proper insurance. So at this time, for conditions, would be the applicant provides road closure signage and barricades. The applicant will be required to notify public and emergency services of the street closure. And they are requesting a waiver of the surety bond. So having found this application is compliance with the requirements of the Fremont County zoning resolution, staff recommends approval of the TUP application with the following contingency, and that would be for the waiver of the surety bond.
As you can see by the layout, this is generally the same area that we operate Apple Days on, so that this is nothing new for me. So that was a good thing, is we had already have done this before. We only added the additional to the alley on Fremont and Grant because we don't know how many cars. We were hoping for 200. We don't know if we're going to get that. Next year, it may just go straight across the Fremont intersection and the Grant intersection. We may not even use them. Should we not use them, we'll probably pull those down so that additional attendees can park there on Fremont and on Grant.
Okay. Any questions for Dan?
I have a question, sir. I'm just not certain who would be best to respond to this. Noticing that there are at least several businesses located within this area, particularly a grocery store. What is the plan for access during this time to those businesses? Understanding, I know Apple Day has been happening for many decades out there, and it is in exactly the same space, and they managed to get through that as well. I'm just asking, is there a plan to help folks get to the grocery store or to the restaurants or the hair salon or anywhere else that they may need to be going?
What
at
doesn't
that
show
time?
right there on the map is there's an alley just to the left side of this and that barbecue that people can actually go, walk and or park in that alley and go around the corner to the neighborhood market. And again, should we pull back the barrier to the main road, Grant is going to be our priority so that people can access this and that barbecue and the grocery store, and most importantly, Train Depot Antiques, because I own that. But yes, that has been taken into consideration, and that's our proposal.
Okay, I also would suggest, if you haven't, that you might speak to some of those businesses to be,
We have.
to be a good neighbor and to ensure that they know and understand what will be
Yes,
happening.
ma'am, we
Okay.
have, we've given them posters, and they've even put it in their establishment
Okay,
for
good,
us.
that's great.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Jerry.
Any further questions?
And on the condition, as far as you guys supplying the road closure signs, detour signs and things like that, you have access to sufficient signage to be able to handle that?
Yes, sir, we ordered them from Color Splash. They were made professionally, so they're not any marker yard sign signs.
Okay. And barricades?
The barricades consist of 5-gallon buckets with Quikrete in them, with 2x4s, and we're using yellow construction nylon rope to be able to string across and hang the signage from those actual ropes.
Okay.
Okay, no further questions, entertain a motion.
Okay. Well, I've got one for you.
Okay,
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the temporary use permit 24-005 for the VFW Post 2788 car show. This will be a one-day car show from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on May 18 in 2024 on Broadway between Elm and Illinois. And the motion will also include the conditions of the applicants supplying all road closure signs and detour signs and barricades, and the requirement to notify the public and emergency services of the street closures, and also would include the approval of the waiver of the surety bond.
I second that, Mr. Chair, just with the note that I know over the years you have been coming back to us with a lot of different events, and I think with every application and every event that your entire organization is probably getting a little bit better at putting these events on. So I have no doubt that this is going to be successful, but I just want to say good luck. I hope the best for you, and Saturday should be a perfect day for this.
I hope so.
Yes.
Too. Thank you.
it's been moved and seconded, yeah.
Seconded?
Second, something like that.
Days.
Already been at the.
Word of the day.
Already, yeah. And appreciate what you guys do as a whole and making these events and making available what you can. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Can you turn on your mic? Thank you. Commissioner Grantham?
Aye.
Commissioner Bell?
Hi.
Commissioner McCall?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
All right,
Ma'am.
good luck.
Sir?
Item number 4 is a congressional record recognizing Fremont County Office of Emergency Management and the Department of Transportation. We have Justin Kurth, who's the Regional Director and Outreach Coordinator for Representative Pedersen. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good
Morning.
morning, Commissioners. Good morning, everybody. Again, as the Commissioner said, I'm Justin Kurth of Penrose, here in my official capacity as the Regional Director for Congresswoman Brittany Pedersen. Here to recognize a couple of your outstanding performers in terms of departments and agencies in the county. And I'm going to, if I may, read into your record what will be entered into the record for the 118th Congress's second session. And if I may, I'll just start. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize the Fremont County Office of Emergency Management, OEM, and Department of Transportation, DOT, for their life-saving work to keep roads clear and restore power during a record-breaking winter storm in March of 2024. This harsh winter storm brought over 13 inches of snow and caused major power outages throughout the county. Staff from the Fremont County Office of Emergency Management, led by Emergency Manager Michael Kroll, and the Fremont County Department of Transportation, led by Director Mike Witt, worked overtime and over weekends throughout inclement weather conditions to clear roadways and restore traffic to over 700 miles of mountainous roadways in the county. Together, they freed an elderly woman who had been trapped in her car by the snow, secured housing for a family who were victims of a fire, restored power to a residential care facility in Florence, rescued a man caught in his vehicle after an avalanche, and helped maintain power for a family with a young child who relies on a supplemental oxygen supply. Under some of the most extreme conditions possible, Fremont County OEM and DOT did an exemplary job of saving lives and serving our community during this storm. On behalf of the people of Colorado's 7th Congressional District, it is my honor to recognize Fremont County Office of Emergency Management and Department of Transportation for their outstanding work and service to our communities. Thank you. Signed, Brittany Pedersen, Member of Congress. If I may, I'd like to present the copies of each of these to their department directors, if either are here. I haven't met them. so I
Absolutely, they're both here.
Both are here,
Michael
yes.
Kroll and Michael Witt, both of you guys, come on up.
Thank you.
Tony, you want to get pictures of those or what?
Did I hear a picture?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so you're going to take a picture in just a second, so don't run off. Yeah. Get back up here. No, we can't say it enough. We've thanked you guys over and over again. But again, just thank you for what you do. We had a recent snowstorm where you guys were out again. So you just never know what's going to happen in those kind of incidences. And this thing here says 13 inches. I beg to differ. There was like 4 feet of snow in most of the county, 3 to 4 feet. So it's much worse than this reads, actually, or was much worse than this reads. And the whole county was out of power. Most of the county was out of power, some for 3 or 4 days. So there was a lot of stuff going on, and you guys step up every time that there's something going on, and we appreciate it.
I would just add, I am always amazed by our staff, including especially our directors, because line staff get their direction and their attitude and their spirit about their jobs from their bosses, and that's you guys. And I just want to say, you set that precedent every single day, and you let them know what is expected of them. And not only do they turn out, but they turn out in force. They turn out enthusiastic, in spirit, even with those 2:00 a.m. phone calls. Hey, we got some snow, it's time to get up and go start plowing some roads. I think you and your entire departments absolutely went above and over the call of duty in this storm. It really was one of the most terrible we've seen in a very, because of you and your departments, many of those folks were saved. And so truly from the bottom of our hearts, I just want to say thank you as well.
Yes, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I'm glad the chair mentioned the 13 inches because that may have been the lowest total countywide in any one given place.
That was at the far east edge.
Far east, right.
After the wind blew it all
We
away.
probably got at least that and more even right here in town, which means that up in some of the higher country, well, yeah, it was being measured in feet.
Yep.
So that's significant around here, especially in this banana belt that we call Fremont County, and really appreciate the work that you guys did during that storm. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And Tony wants to get a picture of you guys. Those, I don't think we need to be in those.
Well, let's see what he's going
See
to,
where he's going to go, and then we'll move.
oh, we don't need to come down. Nope.
Let's just get out of the way. We're going to do this scramble like you
Right now, I just want to mic win.
Okay, stay right there, don't move. All right, Dwayne, perfect, yes, thank you. Okay, that's, all right, now you guys get out of the way. Stay right there, please. You were just. All right.
I know. Mean teacher. Once again, thank you guys, and thank you, Justin, for bringing that over. Appreciate it. All right, last item of business on the agenda is a cancellation of a special meeting scheduled to be held May 20th, 2024 regarding the Fremont County zoning resolution. There's been a lot of work going on that. Is actually under a legal review still, and there's a lot of content to cover, I guess, is the best way to put it. And we put this deadline on ourselves, so there's really not a deadline on this. So we've we're taking the ability to cancel this meeting to give our legal staff enough time to do this once and do it right. We don't want to have to come back and keep amending it because we missed some things. So we appreciate the work you guys are putting into it, Eric, and you and Brenda. And I know it's the legal part of it is totally out of my realm, obviously. So appreciate that. But we are going to cancel the meeting that was scheduled for May 20th, 2024, and we will, as we figure out a time frame, reset that meeting in the future. Commissioner Grantham.
Yeah, just to add on to that, Mr. Chair, it's a significant thing that we're doing here with this rewrite. And there's a lot of internal cross-referencing in the zoning resolution that has to be checked and double-checked and rechecked and sometimes deleted and sometimes changing the references because we've changed locations of some things in the resolution, but the references to those locations haven't been updated, and so we're going back through and triple checking, et cetera. I say we, I mean he, is going through and doing that. But again, as the chair said, there's no hurry on creating a resolution that is not complete. And so we're gonna cancel this for right now and relook at when we might be able to do that, so. Okay.
All right, and I would also just echo my thanks. A lot of work being done by a lot of people to get this done, and we want it to be done right the first time. So, Mr. Chair, with that, I move to cancel the special meeting currently scheduled to be held on May 20th of '24 regarding the Fremont County zoning resolution.
Second.
And moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Commissioner Grantham.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. With no further business before us, we are adjourned.